Hey guys, and welcome to another video of The Guide, our tutorial series on FIFA 19. I'm Benjamin, also known as Taz, and today we want to talk about another technique, how you can have an influence on the AI-controlled players. It's about calling a teammate short, and this will help you in general build-up play, especially if your opponent is pressing, and then also in counterattacks when you notice that you can't go through with it. The technique is a little bit harder to pull off because there are some issues with it, but in this video I will give you some general guidelines how to pull it off to make these situations easier and general explanations in what kind of situations you can apply this technique to take the most advantage of it. There's another technique which is quite similar to this one. It's how to initiate runs of your teammates, and we already have a video out about this topic, and we highly recommend to watch this video as well, because these two techniques work very well together and going to bring your build-up play on another level. You can find the link to the video about how to initiate runs in the video description, or you can click the button in the top right corner. And now let's start with how you can call a teammate short. The execution of this technique is basically quite easy. You aim with the left stick towards the player that should come short and you press R1 or RB. If you've done that correctly, this player is going to start a run to get closer to your player who's in ball possession. But as already mentioned in the introductions, there are some issues with that, and this comes due to the fact that the R1 or RB button has a lot of different functions. For example, it's the spin move and also the body feint of the new disguised ball control moves, also the dummy and no-touch dribbling, as well as drag backs. So this can lead to the problem that you want to call a teammate short, but instead you end up doing such a move and your teammate doesn't react to your call, and this can result in a loss of ball possession. So how can we solve this issue? There are two factors that you should keep in mind when you're thinking about calling a teammate short. The first one is timing. You shouldn't press R1 or RB when your player is about to receive the ball, because this is the time window at which you can do the spin turn, the body feint, and also the dummy move. So you have to press R1 or RB before that or after receiving the ball. The second factor is duration. You want to press R1 or RB only for a short time of period, because this reduces the chance that you're doing such a move or that you end up in a no-touch dribbling. One thing is going to help you with that, because you can call a teammate short before your player has received the ball. So when you play a pass to a teammate, you have a time window where you can already do the input and call a teammate short and plan the next pass and then receive the ball. And the benefit of this is, during this time window, your player doesn't have control over the ball, so you can't mess it up with any moves like the spin turn or the no-touch dribbling, but instead you do it before your player is going to receive the ball, and afterwards you're going to play the next pass. So this makes it a lot easier to successfully execute this technique. The first use of this technique is in build-up play, and let's look straight at an example. I'm in ball possession with my left back, and the current situation is not the best because there are a lot of opponent players nearby, 6 of them if you're going to count them. And when you look at my teammates who are on the screen at the moment, none of them is really an option for me at the moment, because I would have to turn into that direction where the opponent players are at the moment. So I don't want to do that. I want to continue in that direction that I'm dribbling at the moment. And this is also the best for me because, as you know from our basic passing video, I can play easily a pass into that direction. And luckily, there's a winger right in front of me, and I want to play a pass into that direction to this winger. But I don't know what he's doing at the moment. He might be doing an attacking run or just standing there, and I know that there's an opponent player nearby. So if I would just play a normal pass in this situation and my winger would do a run or just standing there, because of the distance of the pass, there's a high chance that this pass get intercepted. So that's why I press R1 or RB in this situation, aim with the left stick towards this winger, so I call my teammate short, and that way I make sure that my winger is going to approach me, get closer to me, so the distance for this pass is smaller, and I'm also able to receive the pass with less pressure of the opponent defender. So this is what happened. I play the pass, and as you can see, there's much more space between the defender and me, and so it's easier for me to control the situation. In the end, I was able to play out this attack very nicely. I didn't rush it, and I was able to score a goal. So what you're going to see in other examples, I use this technique quite often when I switch sides and then I want to continue on the wing, playing straight down the line. I call my teammate short and then I make sure that I can play this pass quite securely because my teammate is going to approach the ball, and this makes it less likely that the opponent defender is going to intercept this pass. And this will help you, especially if your opponent is pressing, because then the defenders are usually very close to your teammates, but by calling your teammates short, you can increase the distance, and this will help you to have a safer build-up play. In another situation, you can see that I use this technique to get a player faster out of the offside position. At least this is my perception when I use it, that the player then gets faster in a position where he's not offside. So the second use of this technique is about creating a passing opportunity for you of a player which is nearby the defensive line of the opponent and maybe in some sort of a counter-attacking situation. This sounds a little bit complicated, so let's look at an example. As you can see in this situation, I have a lot of momentum going forward, and when you take a look at my winger, in this area there's a lot of space, and that's why this is very interesting for me to play a pass in that direction. And it seems like that my opponent does know about it because he's controlling the defender which is nearby my winger. And my winger is doing a run at the moment, and that's why I didn't feel comfortable to play a through pass, because there's a high chance that my opponent is going to intercept that pass. And I don't want to play a normal ground pass either, because my winger is moving forward at the moment, and this means when I play a normal pass he has to turn around, and this gives my opponent additional time to intercept this pass as well. So that's why I use the R1 or B button in this situation to call my winger short so that a normal pass to him doesn't get intercepted. And when you take a look at this situation, 1 second later, my winger turned around, my opponent is still covering the run, and that's why I can play a safe pass to my winger and continue from there. So this technique can help you to play a pass to a teammate which is nearby the defensive line of the opponent, but usually wouldn't be an option because maybe he's doing an attacking run or the pass itself is covered by the opponent. Calling a teammate short isn't essential for your gameplay, but it can help you to create passing options which usually wouldn't be as safe or not available at all. Unfortunately, due to the variety of functions which are assigned to the R1 or B button, it's somewhat a little bit clunky to perform this technique. My recommendation is to start using it after switching sides, because it's the easiest way to do it and gather experience with the upsides and also downfalls of it. This technique is extremely powerful in combination with initiating runs of your teammates, because you can design your play as you want. The best players in the world use these two functions fluently, and by this add an extreme variety to their game. If you find this video helpful, please leave a like and also subscribe to this channel and activate the bell to not miss any of the upcoming videos of the guide. Also check out the video description to get links to more helpful videos, for example the video about how to initiate runs. You can also find the link to our brand new coaching website to get more information about our private coaching offers with pro, top 100 and elite players. Thanks for your attention and especially for your support. We highly appreciate it. Keep a clean sheet. I'm out.